Hello, everybody. I'm back with three more questions for Terraform interview today. Um, the first one is going, first of all, all of these questions are coming from a GitHub repo that I have set up. I'll put a link to that in the description below. So you can then, if you prefer a written version of these things, you can just follow along in that repo. Some people like these formats, so I'm going with this. Anyhow, so the first question we'll discuss today is, tell me about a project that you've done in Terraform, right? This will, of course, vary based on your own experience, but the reason I bring this up is because this question comes up all the time. And if you're not ready, prepared to answer this question, you're going to struggle and then you're not going to look good in the eyes of the interviewer. So if you have a project that's your favorite project that you've done in Terraform, you should keep that in your mind when the interviewer asks you this question. You should summarize the project and what your contribution to the project was, why it was important to you. So maybe in an answer of maybe 2 to 3 minutes, you should give a good summary of your project and expect a follow-up question from there, because the interviewer will take hints from your answer, and then he or she will try to dig deeper into what your work was in that project. The second question today is, how do you import state file from Google Cloud or AWS? You can do this using Terraform import command. So let's say that you have an EC2 instance already in AWS. How can you but that's not part of your Terraform repo. How can you bring the state into your state file? So what you do is if you do manually, if you go to HashiCorp's website and you look up any particular resource code, it will, at the bottom of that page, it will tell you how to import such a resource from the cloud provider. So you can just use that. It will look for some kind of attribute, maybe an ID or some sort, to grab the resource and put that in the state file. Now, that is not to be confused with the code, making the code for it. All you have is the state file referring to that particular resource in the cloud. You still do not have code in your code. That's the next question. So, is there a tool that will grab whatever you have in your cloud and make code for you? Fortunately, there is one. It's called Terraformer, Terraformer. It's an open source tool. It's an amazing tool. It grabs almost anything that you already have built into your cloud, into your code. However, there is a problem. The problem is it builds the code one by one. So let's say that you have 20 EC2 instances, or 5 load balancers, whatnot. For each one, there will be a code that relates to that resource. It's good in the sense that, okay, now you can bring the code into your repo, so you can version it and whatnot, and you can have control over what you have in the cloud that somebody else might have built, right? However, the code will look funny. So it really helps you in codifying what you have, but that's about all it does. So anyway, I hope you found these questions and answers useful. These are majority of these questions came directly from interviews I have done or I have taken. So these are really useful things for you to know. And if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you in the next Terraform interview videos.